The TMA cast.
Go on.
I was paid to wear this. This is our first sponsorship.
Paid to wear it.
This is the TMA cast first sponsorship deal with the Take My Podcast.
Health.
Well, where's my cut?
Huh?
Where's my cut?
It's in the mail, mate. Don't worry.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Oh, we're live. Hey guys, TazManiaAhmed and welcome to episode 10 of Tmacast. We are 8 Zoom calls in, which means 2 months have gone. Am I right? Like 2 months of Zoom calls. That's crazy.
It's actually
it must be.
No
Yeah.
way.
We started on 3. We're now on 10.
2 months.
This is the 10th episode. This
Yeah.
is the 10th episode.
Yeah.
All
10.
right.
So
Congratulations, guys.
we've hit a milestone, boys. We've hit a
That's a
milestone.
milestone, boys. That's a
So
milestone.
yeah, as
We've
always,
come a long
if you
way.
haven't got your CDGU merch, link is below. You can go buy that. Hot weather as well now, so keep yourself cool. So yeah, how you guys doing?
Awkward silence.
Sweet.
Freaking hot, man.
Hot.
Sweet. Yeah, boiling.
I've got myself
You know-
a cold
Right, you got the right idea. I need a drink.
See the frost. Forget. See that?
Yo, before we start the
Oh.
podcast, Tarek, it's important that you actually make sure this one doesn't buffer like last time.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Oh mate,
You want to tell the viewers what happened?
huh? Basically, the internet connection's a bit shocking these days, isn't it? Especially today, I've got a bit of guests around my house, so I'm gonna have to make sure it's actually working. So let's have
Yeah,
a look.
definitely it works. Legit.
Mate, it says the video output is a bit low, mate.
Oh,
Oh mate,
Don't worry, we'll make it work. Yeah, I think it's looking good at the moment, so it's fine.
is it?
Yeah. I think it's looking
No,
Yeah,
you're
well, the
lying.
thing is, it was fine last week, but when you watched it back, it was trash. So I'm like,
Oh no,
Yeah.
the video's frozen, but you can hear us.
oh.
Is it
What?
frozen again?
What?
Let's have a look.
I think the video's frozen. But
What?
can you hear us?
Well,
No, you
right
can't
now?
hear us.
Right now?
You can't hear us either.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Are you sure?
Investors
Let me pre this.
Are we able to restart this?
Yeah, we can, but like,
Yeah,
I don't understand
Restart
why
this. I think
it
after
doesn't
we
work.
could start. Restart this.
Let me go.
Restart this, Tarek, and then don't even think about it. Just see what happens.
Yeah, I know, but I need to fix this because it's not getting enough. I need my brothers.
Why don't you get someone else to record it? Why doesn't... So someone else...
Wait, I need to call tech support.
Never mind.
Let me get my brother. Hold on. Because he can boost my Wi-Fi, innit? The
support in.
guy's being a mug, right? I told him 30 minutes ago to boost my Wi-Fi, but he's downstairs playing FIFA, innit?
Who's sure?
Probably. Who's the
Why
provider?
don't you, Tarek, instead of
Vodafone.
uploading, Tarek, instead of doing it live,
Oh, you want to record it?
just record
Yeah.
it,
All right, we could do that then.
and then upload it another day.
Fair enough.
Oh, we're gonna let down our free annual, our free
3 weeks.
Are we gonna let down
Well,
our
3 weeks.
Tarek's cousin?
That's true.
Consisting
People
of
were waiting on it.
Tarek's
Mate,
The only
quite a
view we
dilemma.
get is Tarek's cousin.
and
No,
open.
but you never know though. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's Tarek's cousin.
I think-
It's no one else.
I think now would be a good opportunity to try it. What else we got? What?
Where did you guys get those from?
This is like
She touch up my appearance. What does touch up my appearance look? There's a setting here that
Drop
says
frame
touch up
zero.
my appearance. What does that mean?
I see my hands though. Like, I need brighter stuff. What is going on?
Oh shoot, that's advanced.
Man's got the graffiti as well.
oh damn, that's a sick one.
Where are you getting these from?
Mate, these are all in my gallery.
Oh, okay.
You thought these were stock?
I have 0 pictures in my gallery.
Man's got the graffiti as well.
Oh damn, that's a sick one.
Where are you getting these from?
Mate, these are all in my gallery.
Oh, okay.
This seems to be half working now.
You thought these were stock?
I have 0 pictures.
I can rotate myself. That's cool.
Oh damn, that's a sick one.
Alright, cool.
Interesting.
And there we go.
So what do you want to do? Shall I restart it?
Yeah, restart. Restart it.
Or I could just crop this part out though afterwards, so we can keep going now, and I'll just crop it after.
Yeah,
Well,
do that.
Yeah,
do that.
might as well, innit? Because it takes a bit long to do all this, like, thing.
So are you gonna redo the intro?
Mate.
Is that Chihuahua?
Alright, hey guys, that's me, Ramadan. Welcome to episode 10 of TMAcast. We're back here again. Darkstar, DM, Mr. Jubba. Another one of these episodes. We hit the big milestone of 10. So how you guys feeling about 10?
Yeah, mate. This feels like an anniversary, man. Emotional. That's how I feel.
10.
How I feel about 10. It's a decade, so I like that.
Hey, we're basically Joe Rogan already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're basically
Yeah,
at that level.
This is
You got the same haircut.
You basically take 5 podcasts.
Basically, take flight podcast. Everyone who's watching Cherry's podcast right now, go leave this one and go watch Take Flight. It's a lot better than this one.
Damn, how are you gonna shoot yourself in the
innit?
foot
Like,
like that?
you're on this one as well, innit?
Where are your loyalties, that you? Where are your loyalties?
Bro, I'm paid. I was paid to do this. I'm sorry, guys.
You was paid to be here.
I was paid to represent the Take Flight gear. Do you know what I mean? It's our first sponsorship, bro.
Man's moving up now. I got
So,
the white background.
as we don't
and
have
stuff.
much planned for today, right? I thought we might as well talk about the weather and how I think I'm actually sweating right now. I actually am. Like, jeez.
All right, then. Talking about the weather,
Yeah.
climate change.
Do you think it's the government are behind it?
The government's behind what? Climate change.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
true. That's you're going too far now.
Is that too soon? All right, I'll give it like 10, 15 minutes in it. All right.
But it's been hot. It's been hot.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's the radiation, mate.
Radiation.
Radiation.
Wait, Tarek, explain that further. Right?
Yes.
You can't just say it's radiation.
like you mentioned it before.
I'm telling you, it's the
I'm telling
radiation.
you, everyone has phones these days, right? They're letting off radiation, laptop, monitors, TVs, Wi-Fi.
How is that making it
It's conspiracy,
warmer?
mate. It's conspiracy.
Mm.
It's then unfortunate people like me, yeah, just end up sweating.
I don't think that's even.
I'm telling you, Tarek, you would sweat a lot less if you shaved all your hair.
Yeah, but there's no hair up there, mate. It's still sweating.
Huh?
There's no hair up here. It's still sweating, bruv.
You know a good remedy for hot weather
Yeah,
is a hot drink.
it's actually.
Covered in a cup of
Yeah,
coffee.
I don't know where you get that from.
It's just hot.
No, I've heard that. I'm gonna say that's not true. That's just not true. That's just not true.
Basically, if you have a hot drink,
It makes you sweat, but
yeah, exactly.
just don't have a hot drink. You're sweating because you're becoming hotter.
I already feel 10% cooler just from one sip.
That's a lie.
That is not
That
that's
is
like
a
that's
lie.
a big rubber facts right there. That's
So
a fact.
how come I'm sweating, right, and I don't feel any cooler?
Because you're not having a hot drink. That's the whole issue.
Do you know how
Yeah.
how you actually become cooler by having a cold drink? Because cold drinks cool you down instead of hot drinks making you hotter. It's making you want to sweat more. It's like, what kind of logic
This
is that?
is like that
Why you
thing
lying
in
to us,
history, like medicine through time. That like, if you got cold, you have some chilies. And all that
What do they
stuff.
call those again? Oh, I remember those.
Hippocrates, innit? Was it Hippocrates?
Hippocrates.
No, it was that was
Okay.
a Hippocratic oath, but they had something for it. The four humors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Shout out to Miss Jenkins.
Hey, man,
you
man
know,
was paying
Shout out,
attention.
Mr.
All right, Jack.
Yeah, Miss Jackie, she's obviously watching this podcast.
bow, bow.
Oh, man.
Oh, you need some of these special effects in this podcast. I love it.
Huh?
It's like, pop, pop, pop,
Yeah,
pop,
we
pop,
need a sound effects board or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Tarek, you know what you can do because it's recording from your end. If
Yeah.
you have it in the background, it will just come in like live, like perfectly.
Yeah.
No, Tarek, make the investment. Do it. Make the investment.
Wait,
You can find one online.
we have to solve one problem at a time, right? I'm currently struggling to find the live stream on the YouTube panel thing, so I can interact with
jeez.
people on the comments. So I don't know what they're saying.
Wait, what?
People want. Let's get one thing straight.
Yeah.
Right? Every time we put so much effort into interacting with people that are watching this podcast
Yeah.
during the live stream, the only people that watch this podcast is
Yeah.
your 10-year-old cousin during the live stream. So technically, you're spending the whole podcast trying to
but
interact.
it's good
with
to have
you
it just
too.
here because you never know who
The
pops up.
more important thing to focus on
Yeah.
is the podcast, because when you upload it, you're going to get 10 times more viewers
Yeah.
than the live viewers at the time. You deserve zero attention, by the way. I'm just
No,
saying
but
that.
I mean, if they put their time
They
here,
deserve zero attention. I don't
think
care about the live viewers.
Wow.
I do not care about the TMA live viewers. If you're not watching this live, get a like. That's
That's harsh.
Wow.
If you're watching this podcast, like,
Wow.
yeah, like it's Sunday afternoon, go to sleep. Why are you working? That's my turn. What are you doing?
Oh,
Yo,
my days.
Mate,
Mr.
yeah,
Brigham.
you're actually harsh, Jubba. There's no.
I'm not
Don't
harsh,
listen
it's
to
just-
Jubba.
it's the truth.
Don't listen to Jubba. He's just a hater.
He's just an inside hater, mate.
Hater.
Do you. Do what makes you feel good. If listening to TMA cast
Yeah.
Sunday evening, something past 10,
Mm.
you feel good, you do it. You do it.
I agree.
What?
Wait, why are you agreeing right now then? Now, half the stuff Jubba says never makes any sense. It's proper illogical.
He's just testing the waters. He's testing the waters.
I 100% agree.
See how it goes.
I'm on this podcast right now. Why would I not agree with what Dan is saying?
Because you just said people shouldn't waste their time watching it live.
No, I said that because, you know, I want them to live their life in the best way possible. You know what I mean?
You don't even believe in what you're saying. You don't even believe in what you're saying.
It is, I'm believing,
Doesn't
bro.
believe a single word.
I'm just saying, I think we get to that level when we actually increase the quality of the podcast.
See, I think you actually
Oh,
made
right
the video go down. There's only like one person on the stream now.
So how many viewers did you get?
It was 2 before, now it's 1.
So yeah, you probably scared someone up.
Jeez.
Anyway, how's your guys' week been?
Bruh.
What have you been up to?
Same old for me. Same old.
I restarted the gym, innit?
What have you been doing?
Me and
Which
Jubba
gym?
went to the gym. Pure gym.
Pure gym.
Yeah, mate.
Gyms are now open again. Cheese.
Muscle.
Lightweight.
But we had quite the experience today, though, Jubba. Do you want to tell them about what happened, mate, on the dip machine?
What?
Basically, right? So me and Tarek went to the dip machine, right?
The zip.
Tarek had the dip machine. I mean, the
I
tripod.
heard something totally different, but carry on.
Keeping it PG here, Costa.
Wait, legit. Basically, right? And then we got to the dip machine, and Tarek was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get 8 to 10 is what I'm gonna get." But bearing in mind, Tarek hasn't been to the gym in a while. He goes on the dip machine, and he struggles to get 2.5.
Jeez.
And then afterwards, we're like,
Yeah.
Tarek has lost so much muscle, right? And I was watching him like, Tarek, what the hell has happened to you? You lost all this muscle during lockdown. And he's like, yeah, I know. He gets on the second set. I'm like, okay, fair enough. You do 3 sets, but we need to work with what you have, right? So do 3 sets of 3.
Yeah.
Progress, right? He gets on the second set. He does 3, and then he does 5, and then he does 7, and then he does 10. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Like, how? I was looking at him like very confused. Like, how is he even? How the hell did he achieve 10?
That doesn't make
after
sense.
doing 3? It makes no sense. So Tarek, how did you do it?
I feel as though,
Motivated
you
you.
know
How did you
after,
progress?
all right, I'll tell you my whole thought process, right? So, I went on the dip machine, right? Man was thinking I could do about 10, 8, because, you know, if you guys saw my Instagram, I went to Paris, I did 10 dips in some random park, right? So I was full of confidence coming into this dip machine. So I get on the dip machine, I end up only managing to do like 2.5 on the first set, and then I stop. So I'm like, Jubba, mate, I've lost it all. Like, it's all completely gone. And then I'm telling Jubba about the good old times when I was doing like 10 in Paris and I was counting in French. So I was like, damn.
We were thinking like, yo, this guy's way past his prime. He's done.
Like, you know, the heyday's gone.
The heyday's
Prime,
gone.
whatever they call it. So then I get back on the dip machine, right? And I feel as though it's a bit of like the muscle memory. It was kicking back in. It was like an awakening. You know how like the Avatar, the Last Airbender came along.
My forehead started glowing.
Yeah. I feel the same thing happened to me in the inside. So I get on the dip machine the second time, right? I get to 3. And my body's like, yeah, let's keep going. So I do 4. Still fine. Do 5. Carries on. I get to 10. And I'm like, boys, man's back. Just like that.
Just like that. Just like that.
So I don't know what moral of the story we can give. But the moral we can give is
Mind over matter. That's what it is.
exactly, indeed, mate.
Mind
Indeed.
over matter.
You never lose it. It's all mental.
Yeah, I think it was just a case of pushing yourself or getting over that.
No, I don't think it was pushing myself though, damn mate. Because in the first set, I was stuck after 2.5. I physically couldn't do the 3rd rep.
You physically.
No, I
were
legit
incapable.
physically.
Then,
I was incapable.
Nah. It wasn't my thing.
Jubba was there witnessing me. I was done.
I'm just saying.
Like that vein on my forehead was popping out and everything, man.
He looked like he had enough. Like, time for retirement. Call it a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Past his prime, we're done. Somehow he pulled out of the bag. Do you know what I mean? Hats off to Tarek.
Oh,
he looks about 36.
I don't know if it's just me, but it sounds
example.
like Jubba's got like a sock over his microphone. It's kind of like muzzled. I don't know if it's just me.
Wait,
Yeah.
no.
Like Jubba's sound
right.
isn't. Yeah. Okay. Mine
It's
just
the same as every other week, but if it's weird, I don't know.
You got a microphone or headphones or something?
See, your camera's gone, so
Yeah.
I think you tackled the wrong problem.
No, but what I was saying,
It's
right?
something.
Do you guys think how my muscle memory came back on the second set? We can give the same example to Mike Tyson in his fight is in next month. That maybe in the first round, it might be a bit slow, innit? But then second round, old Mike's back.
I don't know if muscle memory works with strength. Sorry.
I think Mike Tyson's a beast, man. As soon as the bell rings, he's gonna But the thing is, who's he versing? He's a guy.
Roy Jones Jr.
Roy Jones Jr.
What do you think, Gosh? I don't really know much about.
Those are some of the best boxers to have ever, make it into the ring. They've both got great records, great technique. Tyson has got way more punching power. I don't know, man. I'd love to watch that. I don't think they've ever fought before because they're in different weight classes.
Yeah.
Roy Jones Jr. is an absolute beast. Mike Tyson, absolute beast.
But what weight class are they doing? That's the thing.
I don't know. I think it's Roy Jones Jr. that's changing his class to match up to Tyson.
Historically, that's where his career went downhill when he changed his weight. When he went up the weight.
Who? Roy or Mike?
Roy Jones. Because Mike is a heavyweight, isn't he? Yeah.
What
So when Roy was a middleweight before?
Was he middleweight? That means he went up quite a bit. Oh, I think he was 6-weight world champion, right? Or something. Was it? Is that him?
Yeah, I think he was in a one weight class, dominated it, went up a weight class, got the belt, and then
went up again, kept going up.
Yeah, but then when he went back down to his usual weight, it was just too much of a body shock, and he couldn't.
Yeah.
He lost for the first time in his career.
Damn. Okay.
Now he's doing it 15 years. How long has it been now?
15.
15 years? 20? Jeez. Talking about body shock.
Who'd win in a fight, right? Daniel Costa.
Oh, man, why are you even asking that question?
Wait.
How's he going to say that and just walk off?
he just instigates some stuff. He just walks away like that. Well, my job is done.
Well, I'm done.
Oh, it's like Trump getting on Twitter and starts a beef with North Korea and he steps down as president the next day.
I think the real question is who would win in a fight, Tarek or Tariff? Round 2. Let's go. Tariff, if you're watching
I had him last time.
If you're watching that clip and put it as a separate video, because that was so funny when that happened.
I don't think I've watched back the actual footage.
I don't think you can see it because most of it was on the ground.
It looks like his brother won.
No, I had him. I had full mount.
From the audio, from what I could hear, it looked like his brother dominated.
No, because you guys were egging him on, innit? And so then he started going a bit crazy. He was like, yeah.
Oh, no, really. We carried on with our conversation.
No, I think my brother's very susceptible to peer pressure. He changes. He gets to his head. I don't
watch this right now. Because if he is, Tarek, come up here and beat your shit out your brother.
Do it.
I want to see his round 2.
Round 2, yeah.
Do it.
No, I don't
it's almost like the time when I got Daniel in the choker and he tapped out. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
Were you there? No, was there. Yeah, basically, right? We were at my house and it was a FIFA tournament. And so 2 other people were playing. And then me and Dan were on the back. And then I was like, yo, Dan, do you want to have a quick jiu-jitsu? Because I've done a month of jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And then Dan was like, yeah, sure. I mean, I'm 6 foot, double your weight. I'll take you easy. I'm like, whatever you say, big man. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you say, right? Next thing you know, I'm choking him out. He's tapping out. Yeah, it's kind of. I have pictures, I have videos, I have evidence, so it's not bullshit.
I can't believe
we talk about this every episode, Dan denies it, but this is true. I tapped Dan out.
And you're saying it's true as well.
Yeah, I tapped Dan out.
Bro, you can go now. See you later, mate. It's good working.
I'd win, by the way.
It's literally like fucking Conor McGregor tapping out John Jones. You know what I mean? Like, or Henry Cejudo tapping out John Jones. It's like that. And that's what happened. And you have full video proof as well.
When are we going to show this video?
Upload it.
If this video gets 10,000 likes.
Put it as an MSPN special.
10,000, yeah.
MSPN special, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the podcast. Ignore the fact that
If we brought back MSPN, we'd have to do some like ridiculous challenges. Like maybe we'd jump off buildings, like extreme
parkour,
edition,
yeah?
extreme sport. Yeah, do parkour.
Nah, I reckon we should stay with the tradition of MSPN, just doing super mediocre stuff. In the ordinary day-to-day environments, like jumping over like
Nothing that anyone can do.
that sounded like something that I'd never watch.
Well, that's the point. That's
It was good content.
It was good content, yeah, but it wasn't made for the public.
I'd say MSPN was the best content you made. It was the funniest.
It was pretty good.
It was the funniest content you made. Josh's part of
And you have full video proof as well.
When are we going to show this video?
Upload it. The shout is iconic.
Oh man, I think it's still there.
Oh yeah, shout out.
I still got people that mentioned that to me.
Really?
Yo,
Yeah.
when was the last shout video we did?
10K.
What number?
I think that's when you guys were in college, innit?
Jeez.
No, it was the one we did at tennis. I remember we were playing tennis one time.
10K.
Yeah, 10K.
10K subscribers. No, was it? 10K?
Yeah, it was 10K.
So what's the next one? 15K.
Should we? 25K. We go up in
25K.
like increments now.
Exponential.
Nah, but I think that they had bare views as well. The shout out videos and the
Yeah,
MSPN
they
stuff.
did. Because people would ask on Instagram for shout outs, innit? And then they'd like,
Yeah.
That's literally other people wanting more followers.
you get random people comment and say, oh, give me a shout out.
Follow for follow. Follow for follow.
Oh.
Follow for follow.
4F. That was madness. Shout out for shout out. Those ones as well.
Like for like, all them.
That's Instagram in its early days.
It's like you do your caption and then enter, paragraph, and then do like for like, follow for follow, all these different.
Oh,
like,
man, I still do that, Dan. Don't hate on me.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah, it's still the only person on the planet still doing it.
Man, it's like when I had the
most.
mohawk, man. I'm always like a bit behind in terms of the years.
Yeah.
I had some girl slide into my DMs and all she said was, "You guys are in college, innit? SFS, shout out for shout out." I looked at him like,
No.
I'm like, it's 2020 at your big age. Ask them shout out for shout out.
At your big age, grow
Your
up.
Big age.
Grow up. You're watching this. Grow up.
Like, even when friends message me, be like my photo. I'm like, nah.
Big
Like,
age.
Wait. People message you to like the photo.
yeah, people say like the photo. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't like the photo. Like, why would I like it? When they put it on their story, I don't know why they do that.
Well, when people
like
What?
Say something and they put it on their story. So
The algorithm's
I don't
dead.
think that's as bad. Yeah, the algorithm, because the Instagram algorithm is sort of mucked up. So to make sure you get as much people can see, if you're really rating your content right now, your post, you rate it fully, and you want people to see. But check out this post.
Yeah, if you
Interaction.
post something, you may as well try and get maximum views. It makes sense. Talking about Instagram, have you seen the new feature that they have on it? Real.
But this is basically TikTok.
I didn't update my Instagram.
It's basically TikTok.
Fair play to them, though. Fair play to them. Because TikTok is probably going to be banned in the UK and the US too. So all of the people on TikTok are going to have to move to it. Because there's no other platform that does the same thing.
So
And
It's a good idea then, isn't it? It's a good idea what
It's a banging idea.
Instagram did, yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to capture the
It's
market.
basically Facebook, which is in close. I don't know how they are with the government and stuff with data and whatnot. They'll shoe into. They'll definitely back in the TikTok getting banned thing. Like, hey man,
100%.
let's get our people back on our platform. They're on TikTok.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of TikTok. Then we make our own version of TikTok. So
100%.
yeah, I think that's what it was. It was only like a day after as well. They revealed it.
Yeah, I back Instagram doing that as well. I'm all for it. Like,
Mm.
get rid of TikTok, call it a day. Because like China, they don't let, like we talked about last week.
Yeah.
China don't let US apps. They ban all the apps there. So why shouldn't we ban the Chinese apps?
In
here?
it, mate.
It's just fair play, isn't it? That's how it works. So just get rid of them. Get everyone on Instagram. I don't even use TikTok, to be honest. But since Rose has gone on Instagram, if it's on the same app, it's another feature and it's easy to use. And I use Instagram quite a lot. So, you know, I use Instagram all the time.
No, it's been 2 weeks since I deleted Instagram, 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
And I remember when I came on here and I said that I deleted it, I was like, I'm going to try and not find a substitute for it.
You're on Twitter.
I've been addicted, not Twitter, Pinterest, freaking Pinterest.
Pinterest.
Like legit, it's just like Twitter. Everything. I found myself.
I've never used Pinterest. What is it?
It's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. At first, I was like, nah.
I'm disappointed, man. I'm disappointed.
No, I realized.
Pinterest,
Hold on. I realized I was going down a loophole, like a rabbit hole, Pinterest. So I've only gone and deactivated that as well. I nipped it in the bud before I got
2 weeks.
It's so easy to find replacements for other things. It's so easy.
Serotonin, man.
Huh?
You gotta get your serotonin from something else, isn't it?
Fix from somewhere. You gotta have it.
He said, man, you got serotonin, man.
Serotonin, man.
Hey, man, give me a like.
Wait, what's the next thing you're gonna go on then?
Twitter isn't as bad. I'm still on Twitter,
like Twitter
just to see what's going on in the world. I don't really go like super deep into Twitter.
Can we
I
talk
think
about your second account on Twitter?
I see Dan posting comment like no on YouTube you can post statuses now. That's Dan's new thing.
What do you say?
You can post statuses on YouTube.
Yeah, you can make posts and things.
Yeah, you can make.
Yeah, I've seen those. I don't know how they because I get like statements from people that I'm not even subscribed to.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like random people.
YouTube is in itself a social media now.
I think with YouTube, that kind of service or that option is only available to a set few people. Because I was like, oh, cool, you can do like posts and stuff. And I was like, I tried to do it and I couldn't do it. Maybe it changed, but I tried like 4 months ago. But what I noticed is it was only like big name people, celebrities and YouTubers, major YouTubers.
You can make a post, gosh, because I can make a post.
I can probably now, because when I first tried, I looked everywhere. It wasn't
on
an
a mobile
option.
app, you just press the share button and it says like create post, and then you can do like a
Oh,
poll
right.
or just make a normal post.
You
Pretty
find
cool.
that.
You can do so many things on YouTube, like premiere videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
you have
that.
like a few video
Yeah, do a few
premieres
premieres.
now, and all that. Like the whole like YouTube Premium, where you can like play music without having to keep your phone off lock or stuff like that. But you have to
Yeah.
pay.
But one thing that YouTube completely messed up on is the fact that they don't pay the YouTube content creators enough. So now you're getting people like Joe Rogan going on Spotify. You have people like Will Smith going onto Facebook and Instagram, and people are just going away from YouTube because
Twitch and stuff.
because you can use YouTube to build up the fan base,
Yeah.
but they're not paying you enough. And at the end of the day, if someone's giving you the check, you're gonna go for the check. You know what I mean? So like Joe Rogan's a perfect example of he's gonna leave YouTube completely, right? I think they're just gonna post clips on it. And so Spotify gave him like 500 million, I think, like crazy, or 100 million.
100
I think
million.
100 million. Yeah, just to get a licensing deal on Spotify,
Yeah.
right? And that's way more than YouTube will pay any influencer. And
Exactly.
it paid off because the stock of Spotify skyrocketed over and above $100 million. Easy.
That's a lot of money.
But we
But
can spin
exactly.
this, right? We can spin this. Because now there's a gap in the market for us, mate.
Get up. Go on, Tarek.
Go on.
Let's get it.
Ah!
You're an animal, man.
This is the thing, right? We're gonna have a TMA Cup meeting online with our fans right now. This is the thing. You say this, Tarek,
Yeah.
but
We're
we
always
have to be honest
optimistic,
with
though,
ourselves.
mate.
No. We have to be honest with ourselves. Right?
We've
Optimism
been,
is
might
fine,
have
but
a bit of delusions kicking
we
in.
need to have a reality check.
Yeah.
because- At the end of the day, we can tell ourselves that there's a gap in the market and there's all that,
Yeah.
but none of us put any effort into this podcast. we
just turn up, mate.
For the last 3 weeks, right? I've been creating points within a Google Doc called the TMA Cast Agenda.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, mad.
I sent this document to you.
I forgot that exists.
I think you'll see it soon. But like, I send this document to you guys every week. I didn't do it this week because I thought, forget these guys. I'm not going to do it this week. But like the last 3 weeks, I've been sending you documents.
I swear I've already seen
none of you reply. Tarek's like, oh yeah, good work. And that's it. And no one else replies. And so I'm like, all right. Like we have these high aspirations for this podcast. But none of us are doing anything to actually put our aspirations to work. You know what I mean? That's all I need to say. You know what I mean?
She's cleared the
like, for example, in this podcast, none of us came with any topics to talk about.
I had the weather.
For the viewers right now, before this podcast started, the only thing we had on the chat was Tarek saying, what should we talk about? Let's talk about the weather.
Dan said it's a hot topic. Oh.
Oh, it is. Oh, I can't.
Hey, he wasn't wrong though. It is a hot topic.
Oh, dear.
Oh, this is a perfect moment to take a weekly Zoom call break. We should join you on the second 40 minutes and see what happens. Oh, my days. I'll make a new call. Jeez. That's hilarious.
Cut it.
Man, I'm actually sweating so much.
I'm proper cool right now.
If I'm going to add an ad break, it would be nice. What? I hope everyone that's watching this stream as well, you guys are doing well. Sunday night, it's very, very warm weather here, I must say.
Yeah.
Back again.
Back sweatier than ever.
Yo. We live?
Yeah, we are. Whew. So, Costa, do you want to tell us about your roller coaster adventure today then, mate?
Oh, man, yeah. So, man got on the log rides and hailing. And just...
I thought it was Southsea, actually.
No, the one at Southsea's dead, to be fair. Like, there's not a lot there. The one on Hailing Island's better.
I've lived in Portsmouth 11 years, and I haven't been on a single ride down those ends.
Never.
Never.
Where?
Down Southsea at the pier.
You haven't been to the fun fair?
I've never.
That's where you live in Southsea as well, Dan.
I know, right?
We'll take you on 25,000.
The thing is, I'm not sure if I want to. As well. And it seems like the right thing to do. If you live in Portsmouth, it's the right thing to do. It's like going to the freaking Mary Rose Museum or something.
Yeah.
Thing is, you should at least go once just to experience it. But like, after you go once, it's like, the only reason I've been there a few times is because when my cousins come over from Birmingham and other cities around the UK, they don't really have beaches in all cities. So we like to go to Southsea. And like, it's really good for kids. Like, kids love it.
Yeah.
Kids love the fun fair.
Because I had family rounds last weekend. So one of my cousins just here, and it was really boring. I felt bad because like everyone was busy, but he just wanted to go out. So I think it would have been maybe next time take him to the pier, go on those roller coasters and stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the only thing to do when like family comes around. You're like, hey, let's go to the beach.
Yeah.
Let's see.
See,
I mean, what are you gonna do? Don't go town. Like,
The commercial road.
get some dinky donuts from the dinky donut cart. Like, what the hell is that to do? In town? There's
You
nothing
love
to
your
do.
Introduce them to
dinky
the local
donuts.
nitties. That's what you gotta do.
Oh,
Yeah.
or Gunwolf. Like, but I've heard like it's
Gunwolf.
super like difficult to get into Gunwolf these days. Like you
Right.
have to wait ages.
Really?
We tried to go there earlier this week.
Hmm.
And basically got there, and it's a 20-minute wait just to get into Gunwolf.
What?
And then there's just to get in.
Hmm.
And then there's an extra queue probably to get into the restaurants.
Is that as a pedestrian?
Like
When
literally
you
to
get
get
into
into Gunwolf, yeah, just to get into Gunwolf, not even to go any restaurant or shop.
That's mad.
Why?
And then-
Why is there
yeah,
queues? Do they like check your temperature and stuff?
Probably like
or-
social distancing.
No, I think social distancing and whatnot and all that stuff. So yeah, it's just I just can't be asked to go shopping right now either. It's so much effort to go
Online thing, isn't it? Just
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like going shopping because
Yeah.
you know what? Imagine it's like when I think about shopping. Yeah, you walk from one section to the other, in and out, top to bottom. You compare everything. You're like, oh, I don't like it. Let me go to the next store. So you walk across the street, go into that shop, do the same thing again and again.
Yeah.
On your laptop, you just have them all side by side. The website's open. You're like, yeah, I like that. Let me compare it to this one right here. Let me like that.
Yeah.
Effortless. I can't be on. I don't get the point. I mean,
Yeah,
other than trying to close on in person, but
I can
I
relate
don't
to
think
that,
that's
right?
like you can't
Legit.
try on clothes now anyway. I don't think.
What?
I don't
No,
think
you
you
can't.
you can't try clothes on in shops.
Yeah, fit rooms are closed completely. But that's exactly what happened to me last week though. I went to town because I wanted to get a pair of shoes.
Go
I
on.
looked in all the shops in town. They had nothing, so I was forced to go to Gunwolf. And they had nothing in Gunwolf either. So I just literally wasted like 3 hours of my life
no.
walking around, wasting all this effort. I didn't even get anything. And I went home. I checked online for like 10 minutes, and I ordered something straight away. 10 minutes. Like I just thought, like, you know, retail shopping is dead. It is never going to come back to what it used to be.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's true.
No chance.
It peaked when
Do you
we were
reckon,
working.
You know, I just imagine like a dystopian future where no one's in the streets
Yeah.
at all. The high street will one day be obsolete.
Yeah. The only reason to go is food.
Yeah,
Like
straight up.
the 50% off thing with what Rishi Sunak did with 50% off from Monday to Wednesday is actually really good because it's working.
That doesn't make sense to me. Yes, it's boosting the economy, but surely it's counterintuitive to the fact that you're encouraging people to go out into these restaurants and to get the money, to get the deal, you have to eat in as well.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me.
It's to give people a lot more confidence to leave the house because a lot of people are scared.
Yeah, but say if like one of them have like corona, right? Like you infect the whole restaurant is basically.
But have you been to any restaurants yet?
Well, I mean, I work in a restaurant.
I went to one.
Jeez, bang!
Damn, bro, you didn't expect that, did you?
But so you know though, when people come in,
Yeah.
you do a temperature check.
No, I don't have. No, we don't have that.
So
Oh,
do you get the hand sanitizer?
Yo, Tang, you should have said you own a restaurant. That would have been so much better.
It's like up here,
you do
it's
own
like
the
up here, and then it just went all the way
Yeah.
back.
No, we have like a hand
So when you-
sanitizer station.
So when you go into a restaurant, I
Yeah.
went to Sevenburn in town the other day, and they do a temperature check. You have to do number one temperature check, number two hand sanitizer, and number three, one of the people that you go with has to scan the test and trace,
Really?
so they can trace whether you have coronavirus or not. So there's
Yeah.
3 checks that they do, and obviously before you come in, they wipe down everything. It seems quite safe to me. And then within the restaurant, there's also social distancing. And by the way, most people that are eating out, they're young people anyway, 20 to 30.
True.
I don't think old people are really interested in going out of the house. So
Old people don't
majority
eat.
of people are going. Majority of people are going. Yeah, exactly.
Period.
Most people who are going out are like 20 to 30 anyway. So I think it's fine.
How does the whole checking in like trace thing work? Check to trace.
So there was like a QR code on a piece of paper, and then you just use your camera, check and scan it, and then that's it.
Mm.
And then
What do they do
I
with that
think
information?
it leads you to a page where you have to give your details.
Oh,
and then it tells you if there's anyone in that area with coronavirus or not. And then the thing is, with the test and trace system, I don't think it works. Like, not many people have taken part.
I think it's just for show, really.
Yeah, it's not really enforced properly because we don't even know how it works.
They don't even know how it works either.
Huh? Yeah, they haven't enforced it properly, so they don't even know.
So, like, in Portsmouth, the number of cases has been increasing.
Really?
But I think it's still really low. So if you see like cases in Portsmouth doubles, it's probably worth like 2 to 4 or something.
Right.
I mean, maybe not that low, but
for sure, the UK is going to go into lockdown next month. No doubt.
Next month,
I think so. Because our number is already between 0.8 and 1, the UK one. So it's going to go up. Bro, people don't care right now. Everyone's out. Yeah. Everyone, like, life is back to normal, bro. Like, people do not care. So it's what it is.
Man, I don't want to go another lockdown. I need to film Bold Hitman, innit?
Yeah.
Right, let me do Bold Hitman, then we can go into lockdown.
You do
I'll
Bold
still
Hitman.
go out and about. Honestly, I just wouldn't interact with people. I'll still be out and about.
Yeah, man. Rub
Yeah,
shoulders.
people may not even comply with the next lockdown anyway, to be honest. Everyone's still done with it. Like.
Oh, Dan, you remember your compliance will be rewarded? Do you remember that?
What?
Your compliance will be rewarded.
Rings a bell. Where's that from?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Do you remember?
Oh shit! Yeah, I thought it really felt like some kind of weird MK Ultra sort of thing.
Yeah.
That it activates something in my mind that makes me want to kill like a president or something. That's also a vibe.
Whoa!
That's what MK Ultra is essentially. Come on, don't activate that, man.
It is, and that's how JFK died.
We tapped into it last episode. But yeah,
That's how JFK died.
The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. you say? Yeah, I sort of have a vague memory of it.
Yeah.
Oh man. And on the same topic of like how things like on TV and media like can trigger you to feel a certain type of way. Like, have you ever been watching a movie and you feel like, you know what? Yeah, they're saying something else in this movie. Like, you ever got like we watch a movie and you get chills?
Yeah.
Like chills. Like it could be any movie. You're like, wait a minute, that's a bit too possible. Like it's too plausible. Like what the scenario they're trying to portray and stuff.
Like what? The Matrix.
All right. For example, cutting the population in half, yeah, because there's too many people. Perfect balance. Man like Thanos, yeah. Man like Thanos comes along, snaps his fingers, people start disappearing, and he's like, yeah, it's perfect. There's enough food, there's enough water on the planet. Like everything's, instead of making more of it, we're cutting down the level of people. I remember watching them and like, you know what? I was watching that. I feel like this movie is kind of just like foreshadowing some nonsense that's about to go down. Then a year later, we're in a lockdown and people are dying.
Programming, like you said before.
Like they've been programming you.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, I don't think coronavirus was manufactured.
You don't think it was? I think it was.
Really?
I don't know. I'm hanging on the
Wait.
fence.
I think they made it in the lab, in the Wuhan lab.
I'll speak further on it. There's scientists that came back and said the rate of infection is so disproportionate for something that has only just been established. So like most viruses, it takes like that gradual build up, especially for a new virus. It can't just go straight on to be super effective on humans. There has to be evidence of it being in not lesser life forms, but different smaller organisms such as plant life, birds or rodents or whatever, yeah. But for it to go straight to humans and be this thing that exploded and was perfectly designed to attach to the human genome in a way that can deteriorate at such a quick rate and then spread, like, it's a bit. I mean, think about it. What other virus has there been apart from the Black Plague? Which there's no one alive from back then to really say, yeah, man, I was there for the Black Plague. This is exactly how it went down. Yeah. What other point in history has there been something so quick? Like in a month, bro. In a month, it was global, and the rates on nearly every country was enough to be like, yo, we're shutting down.
Oh, how fast was Spanish flu? Does anyone know? I think it might have been
100 years ago, right? I think Spanish
flu. I think that's
like 100.
One of the biggest, top 3.
These
Because-
things
because
always
like-
come along every 100 years, it seems.
Because I think the thing with Spanish flu is because it was just after like World War One, and like obviously people were like fighting in a specific area, and then they're going back to their homes, so that way it spreads. And then in 2020, you have unlimited, well, not unlimited, but loads of flights. People are traveling all over the world. The world is more connected than ever before, making the perfect conditions for a virus to start in China. Someone goes, takes a flight to Australia, flies to freaking Spain, ends up in Portsmouth, you know, and it's traveled the world. But yeah, I don't know about the whole. I'm really on the fence with whether it was made in the lab or not. I think it might. I wouldn't be surprised if it were made in the lab.
Because they have like a lab in Wuhan. Like an actual lab.
There's the departments in the government which they have scientists that just work on diseases
So
and infections.
what would
and
be the
keep them contained.
rationale? I think, right?
Or there could have been a leak.
Yeah, I basically think, right, that there was a lab, and it may have been manufactured. Yeah, there is a lab, and it may have been manufactured, but I don't think they've released it. I think it was accidentally leaked out.
Why do people manufacture deadly viruses in the first place, though?
Maybe like modeling for a potential future virus, so that they're prepared. Or
No, but like it's not like they're trying to counteract something. They're just pushing, like they just study viruses and genomes and then try and make it as deadly as possible. If it's not deadly in the first place, why push it to its limits to become something that could potentially, like they're literally studying it.
Because science.
Because science.
Because science.
I don't get the point of that. It's like making an ultimate killing machine, right? Like the first guy that made a gun, right? He makes a gun. Like, I want to make something that can potentially kill someone.
Yeah.
Right. And then acting surprised when it does actually do what you intended it to do. Like, what's the point of making something in the first place if that's your intention for it to be deadly?
Because that's what it is, though. Because they need it. Because they don't need it, but they have it because in case they go to war, in case this and that happens, there's a deterrent. They just want any means to be able to defend themselves or attack. And I think like that, they leaked it. It came out of the factory or wherever they came from, and they didn't do enough to contain it. I think that was the issue. But I don't think they purposely made it and released it to the public. Because I don't see the rationale for doing that. Because if anything, I don't think China has got out from this any better than they were before, to be completely honest. I think now this actually like accelerated the agenda against China, if more than anything.
Well, yeah, then that could be the potential incentive. Like maybe it's not maybe it wasn't the Chinese.
Oh.
Was a competing market?
What?
Competing economy?
Maybe.
And they
Because
China.
I saw a news story about a professor or like some kind of doctor from Harvard who was working in Wuhan, some particular lab, and there was some sort of like weird money laundering, sort of weird transaction going on that was under the radar, and like they all got arrested around the time that the virus really started blowing up. And I hear about it here on and off in the news, but barely, considering how like suspicious it is, you know. So who knows what's going on behind closed doors? But,
well, the interesting thing is why has there been so many viruses specifically coming from China in the past few years?
From China.
Yeah, you got SARS, you got Asian flu in 1956, you got SARS in 2002, and you got H7N9, which is another bird flu, and now you got coronavirus. So why? Why is it China?
Bro, I don't. So have these all been proven to be in Chinese labs?
No, not from Chinese labs, but they all came from China.
Originally.
That's why you see, even before COVID-19, you go to China, everyone there wore masks in the first place because they had SARS in 2002. Like they all know exactly what happens when there's pandemic. So
But the thing, I remember I saw that. I thought that was very strange. So I looked it up to see why, because I would see it around Porto. You would get like people from China wearing masks. And I thought, okay, why are they wearing masks? Long before like the whole coronavirus. And I looked it up online, and it said initially it said it wasn't something to do with trying to catch colds or something. It was. Some people say it's a fashion thing. Some people say, oh yes, it is for like hygiene. Some people say it's like a cultural thing. So there's like a bit of haze as to why the actual reasons why they wear the mask in the first place. But it's just like that doesn't make sense. Why would you purposely want to cover your face without wanting to stop the transmission of something?
The only reason they wore it, I think, is because the reason that I looked up on when I went there was because they want to reduce the risk of them transmitting it. There's actually a selfish act rather than selfish act. Doing it to protect others and not themselves. And they found out that through wearing masks, they've done research on this, a lot of research now, through COVID-19, that the person that wears the mask is not going to be necessarily protected, but he protects others more if he has a flu or a cold. So that's why everyone should wear a mask. And that's why they wore it, because in case, SARS could come back. Like basically things like SARS and COVID-19, now that stuff is going to turn into a seasonal flu. Like it's never going to go away. It's always going to come back. And that's why we need a different flu jab every year. So the flu jabs that we get now, they used to be pandemics. They used to be flus, big flus back in the day. And now they come back seasonally to hit the population during the winter months. So now that's what COVID-19 is going to be. They're going to have to do a different flu jab every year for it and give it to the elders and the kids. Well, not the kids because they're not really affected by it, but yeah.
Vulnerable population.
It's a permanent change. Like the masks the masks are going to be a thing that's going to be a permanent change within the Like everyone's going to have to wear a mask. And not just this year, next year and the year after that and the year after that.
Yeah, we just won't disappear.
It's like China. It's what happened in China. Like we looked at them strange at first, like, oh, why are these guys wearing masks? But now you're like, look at us.
Makes sense.
I always just assume it's because of the pollution levels that they had with smog and whatnot, CO2 emissions. But yeah, no, being a selfish act, that definitely does make sense, man.
Surely there must be like I need some scientists to come up with some alternative, like masks. It just seems like stuffy, Like yes, I understand. Like okay, you're protecting other people and yourself, and that. Yeah, that's good. But come on, let's think of some alternative. We can get like some sort of like like an astronaut sort of like bubble.
Well, let's
suit.
make it then. Let's make it.
Make it cool or something.
They get look like what's that? Buzz Lightyear helmet.
Yeah, something like that. That'll be sick.
Oh.
You're gonna run out of the house. You'll be like, damn, I forgot my helmet again. Run back, get your Buzz Lightyear helmet.
Screw it on.
Oh, gee.
Proper headbutt people as well.
Yeah, true say. There you go.
Anyway.
I just wear a belly everywhere. Yeah. All the roadmen gonna be loving it.
Bro.
Wearing masks.
Still diving header into someone, isn't it?
Today I went into the shop, put my mask on, and then I asked the lady for something, and like when I put my mask back on, I fully felt like a thug. I was like, yo, can you give me that? And I just put my mask back on, and I just like strutted out the shop. I was like, oh my days.
Jeez.
You're a dangerous man, Jubba, man.
Mate, that's why. Ban in the car. No, I'm joking.
I asked to put on my mask the other day, though.
How are you saying that on live? Wait, how are you saying that on live?
No, I'm joking. I'm showing the hypocrisy of people.
What happens if someone clips that now, yeah? Takes it out of context.
Well, that's their fault. Do you guys not want to cover this one? It's the face cover that Muslims wear. But it's showing the hypocrisy though. In France, France is a very racist place. Like they ban the hijab, they ban the niqab, and it's like why? Like
is the headscarf banned?
Yeah.
Well, like just the. Are you
the
sure?
Niqab is banned.
I think it's niqab only. I don't think they can ban.
But they wanted to ban
it. Full cover.
They wanted to ban it. And some people don't like if you wear the headscarf in France, it's very like you get looks. You know what I mean? And the thing is, if the first thing you think about when you see a human being in a headscarf is terrorism, then there's nothing wrong with them. There's something wrong with the society as a whole. He
100%.
completely is brainwashing everyone to have this perspective about people that wear the niqab and the headscarf. It's like, it's something completely backwards with the society where we preach women wearing nothing and we go against them wanting to be modest and cover themselves up.
Yeah.
Like, what is happening right now?
Preach it, Jubba, man. Preach it. It's true. It's facts. Straight facts, man. Straight facts.
I'm of the opinion you can wear what you want. Do you know what I mean? I don't really care.
100%, yeah, man.
Well, like when you enforce something on another human being, that's when it gets too fishy, isn't it?
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Because we have like
this guy says that while he's when a Take Flight podcast they got paid to wear. What? What? I'm gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I think I find the correlations between like wearing hijabs and different coverings with like other like religions as well, like in Catholicism, nuns. Like it's very strange if you look. It's very similar, like the sort of coverings that they have. And even if you go back like a few, like look at pictures from like 19th century, you'll think it's like taken out of time or something, because what they're wearing back then, it's like, when you speak about modesty and things like that, it's very similar to what you see in traditions in Islam and in certain religious practices. I find it very.
It's not just religion as well. It's about dress overall. It's completely changed because I watched a video of people coming over to the UK. The Windrush generation.
Yes.
And they were all dressed in suits, right? And everyone in the UK was dressed in suits, and they have this like they have very like full not modest, but like
respect
clothing that has respect and integrity. With it, like the suits and like full body coverings, and that because people used to have a lot of self-respect, and and integrity and whatnot was really important back then. But now, if you look at dresses, it's completely changed.
I think I saw a Vox documentary or something like that on that topic. There's the rise of athlete leisure, and especially things like Lycra and joggers and trainers and things like that. How the move has been less towards dressing, but you'll be like uncomfortable wearing these like formal Derby or Oxford shoes, switching to eventually going for comfort, wearing a pair of J's or comfortable shoes. And that shift going from looking good, but maybe uncomfortable, but formal, very nice, to shifting towards wanting more comfortable clothing and wanting to feel good, being able to be active in what you wear as well. And it's like a very weird sort of like shift.
I think even in like the working environment these days, like most companies now, they like just like casual wear. Like before, like it was used like suit and everything. And now you got like
smart cash. Then more like casual,
It's just
all about individualism now. Before, individualism wasn't really a concept. You just have to fit into a societal norm. You couldn't
Imagine if we were allowed to wear our own clothes during school and not have a school uniform. I think a lot of kids will have a lot more like self-discovery and like know more about themselves if they went through that.
Yeah, and you're going to get a lot more kids being picked on as well.
Yeah, a lot of self-esteem. Because a lot of kids, just imagine like, they didn't have clothes.
Yeah.
They didn't have more than one pair of shoes.
True. Yeah.
I'd much prefer the school uniform to them. Like picking out a new outfit every day is tiring, bro.
Decision fatigue, man. That's a real thing.
Yeah, bond that idea.
Yeah, damn, mate. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So I used to wear the same shirt for a week as well.
It's like people like Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs. They wear like a t-shirt, and like Bill Gates. You see their dress, and they clearly just wear the same thing every day. And it's because that's not something that they want to think about, because they understand the truth in the fact that your thoughts take energy.
Yeah.
So any thought that you give too much energy towards, that shouldn't be given to, is just a complete and utter waste of time and energy.
Yeah. Imagine like there's a lot of people. Kids are unfocused in the day. No matter how smart you are, you're gonna still be a kid that's got unfocused. You're thinking about what can I have for tea and your maths class, what are you going to talk about with your friends? Imagine like every morning deciding what outfit you're going to wear.
Yeah.
And then by the time you get to class, you just can't even be bothered thinking because you already made too much decision fatigue because you're not a focused person, you know what I mean?
Jeez. Yeah, uniform is actually important then. Because I guess you do get a sense of identity as well. Because that's like the main, if I were to make an argument for uniform, where I would have started from at the beginning of this conversation, it's like, the identity you get from your uniform. Everyone is on the shared collective, made for school, wearing those whatever blazers and stuff. But yeah, there's so many other things to consider that at an individual level as well.
Do you guys think school's gonna open in September?
Yes, I think so.
Or like every single year?
Yeah, some schools have opened already, even before the summer holidays.
But like, so do you think they're gonna fully open completely?
Like everyone's coming back in.
And do you think they should open?
I think yes, kids need to be educated for sure. But one thing which I do know, which will be different in the approach, is that you have in different classes. You stay in the same class.
Stay in the same class.
And the subject will be taught to you in the same. So be it smaller classes spread out. But then if you want to do maths, you're not going to go to the maths room. You're not going to go to the English teacher. It's all going to be in one room.
Mate, that's a bit like primary school. Are we thinking like of secondary school or like
No, that's secondary school as well.
School overall up to the age of 16, secondary school as well, yeah. I just think we need to let them go back to school, man, because like all the evidence suggests, that, and all the evidence suggests that they don't even get infected. Like they're fine. So, just let them go to school. Yeah, and it's not like a big issue, right? Is people that are more privileged and they have more income, they can afford not to send their kids to school. Because there's been stories of like people in like California and the United States, right? They just get together with their rich friends and they hire a teacher out and they'd be living in their own bubble and they have their own education. But poor people can't afford that. And so some poor people haven't even...
Hello?
There's kids that don't eat in the morning. Their parents don't make enough money. The only meal of the day is dinner time, if they even have dinner. You know what I mean? So school is very important. It gives a lot of opportunities for these kids to have a balanced diet as well as getting educated.
Yeah.
And the parents need to work.
Yeah, for sure. You ain't gonna be working 9 to 5 and your kids are around. Who's gonna make it? You barely have made any money for like 4 months.
There are so many benefits. Like there's so many benefits of school that's ridiculous. Like we need to send them back. You know what I mean?
Like even like the social aspect as well. Like if you're a kid, right, and you have no like social interaction with other people, you can become like introverted, and you wouldn't know how. Like when you grow up, you won't know how to talk to people.
I think with this social media age, there's a big extreme. Like you can either make you very extroverted or very introverted. You know.
This is the period of extremes, isn't it?
There's no in the middles at the moment.
No. I was listening to this podcast, right? And they were saying they had this email from this teacher, and he was saying, in school, in like high school, you expect like the football guy to be the most popular kid in school.
Costa was the most popular, isn't it?
The basketball guy to be the most popular kid in like high school and college, right? Now like kids can't even be asked to do physical activity. Like they become lazy. They just can't be asked, right? Mm-hmm. Number two, the popular kids are the ones that have more followers on Instagram and TikTok. So the ones that are doing this shit all the time are like, they're the most popular kids in school now. So there's no incentive for you to work hard at any particular sport when you can just do this.
And everyone likes you.
And then everyone likes you, yeah. Like the dynamic in school is completely shifted. Now there's no one going to the football games. People are going to the basketball games. The most popular kid is the nerd that can dance. Like it's completely changed.
No practical skills, man.
Jeez.
No practical skills.
It's weird. It's like all these kids are just gonna end up being like social media personalities or TV personalities. That's the only life skill they'll get. Like you know what? the funny thing about the social media illusion is that you see people, and then you see them like posing all the time, and they got the nice bags or whatever, and you're like, wow, they must be doing well for themselves.
Most of them like hired in it, the bags and stuff.
Like no, they're not doing anything, bro. Like like some of these people just going to London, going to the nice rich areas, and posing next to fancy cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then changing the location of where they're tagged. It's like, I'm on holiday, I'm out here. Like, but no, bro, you're just on Berkshire. Like, you're in Berkshire, you're tagging London. Like, it's a real thing, bro. Like, and people, and all that, the only currency of value is likes and follows.
Yeah, fully. Like, people will fully take a picture. Like, say they'll take like a picture of Borussia Dortmund Stadium and post it on Instagram and pretend as if they went to watch the football match.
Who are you talking about?
Who are you talking about there, bro?
They're going to school the next day. When did they get the time to go watch this football game when they've got school the next day?
By that.
Crazy people.
Oh, mate. Someone seems a bit too hurt by that.
It's a bit too close to home, Tarek.
Yeah, Tarek is the most deceiving person online.
But the fair play, you actually did go to the stadium. You went full circle.
Yeah, it took me a while.
The arc,
Yeah. Got there in the end.
You know what else is interesting about the social media stuff is how like people just be making up their own careers. Like, well, like they probably have aspirations and careers, right? But like you get someone that is just taking photos on their iPhone, and like the girls will be like in their bio they put model, but they're only modeling for their friends. Like they ain't done no actual paid work. No fucking paid work, but they're like, yeah, I'm a model. Like, in like, bro, I don't get all that. I don't get all that.
Yeah, but I think it's just a love for titles, or just finding a title that you can add to your identity and just be like, oh, this is me. I'm a fucking model or whatever.
Yeah, well, the issue is like if you don't do that in this day and age, you almost feel left out.
Huh?
You almost feel left out. Like you're not doing what your friends are doing, and then it's just it's just a downward spiral from there. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah,
I feel sorry for people.
You gotta stay woke, innit? This day
Straight
and
up.
age, we're here to keep you all woke. That's our main objective here at TMAcast. Wake up.
Wake up. Wake up, cup.
Wake up, cast.
Yeah. You need to get their TMA podcast, cup of coffee, wake up. There you go.
Woke.
Pay me. Pay me. Trust me.
Before we finish up this podcast,
I know. I actually I have to mention something. Actually, are we all excited for my video on Tuesday where I talk to a Wayfair employee?
Jeez.
Big video, mate. Big video.
You get interviewed for a job at Wayfair and you don't pull any punches, asking them the questions the people want to hear. What's been going on at Wayfair?
Yeah.
Well, you actually got this on camera.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you go for an interview, like a job interview?
Well,
and then you just.
I don't know how this application went about, but like I got an email saying I got a phone interview for Wayfair. And then obviously we had that podcast like 2 weeks ago. Then I clocked on. This is the same Wayfair, innit? So I organised the call, right? I had the interview and I was recording the call with my camera.
Tarek is gonna get sued, guys. He's fully gonna get sued.
No, I'm not. 100%. I don't know what happened. They've clocked on. I don't even know how long's left. I think the timer reset or something.
We got 2 minutes.
It says 2 minutes.
Oh, mate. They got rid of my timer as well.
Oh, man.
Yo, it started.
They don't want to see you shine,
They're going to delete me from the internet. Jeez.
You need to get some t-shirts that say free Tarek. Just in prepared, just in case, bro.
Yeah.
That's how we'll make the money back.
Yeah.
To buy. So we thought about it.
I want a Guildhall protest as well, yeah? Guildhall march and everything.
I'll do a speech.
Be like, we predicted this was going to happen.
No, we need to make that a movie. Seriously.
Huh? Imagine.
We need to make that a movie. I'd watch that.
You need to hire that stuntman from Off the Shadows. Get him to do the whole documentary.
Off the Shadows.
Out of the shadows.
Oh yeah.
Get that guy to do it.
Yeah.
Where is it? Is that show on? Is it Netflix or
YouTube.
YouTube. Okay.
Have you
That's
watched
something for me to watch. Oh, before we go, I saw Santan Dave, the musician, is doing a documentary of David Attenborough.
David-
I heard about that last week.
David Attenborough, you know the guy that does the voice of Lurch?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave is working with David Attenborough.
Jeez. Well, on what? What are they doing?
A documentary, and he's gonna do like the soundtrack or something for it, like produce the music for it.
Mad.
Fair
So imagine just seeing a lion just ravaging a deer, then you got Dave in the background like
How is David Attenborough's documentaries going from like Hans Zimmer to freaking Santan Dave? Like, what's happening? Like that, you know what?
Culture.
I like that. The culture shift. Get with the times.
They're doing a wildlife program, and the musical program will also feature input from composer Hans Zimmerman. This is a mental collab, like, this is mad.
Oh shoot, that'd be pretty. Yeah, if they could collab together, that'd be revolutionary.
I think we're back.
We did. Hey, anyways, guys, thank you for watching the stream.